Hey everyone, it's Rob Golfi here with REMAX Escarpment, the Golfi team. We got Conrad Zerini with REMAX Escarpment and REMAX Niagara, big city broker, and we got Brian Hogbin here, Mission 35 Mortgages, retired instead of Freedom 55, he's got Mission 35. He's a
Love it.
anyway. Uh, this week we saw them drop another quarter point, positive in the consumer confidence. I think, but I still think the people are still kind of dipping their feet in the water, which I don't think they should. I think they should jump in anyway, guys. This is great now. Brian and Conrad, what do you think is going to happen in the next 6 months to a year with these interest rate cuts?
I think we're you know what, people are like, we got almost 100 phone calls when the rates drop, 100 phone calls saying, does this affect me? Does this affect me? So what that tells me is people are like, they're kind of like ready to jump out from the gates. They're ready to jump in, but they're still a little unsure, right? So I think, to your point, Rob, you got the early adopters out there who will go out, the smart buyers, and be like, now's the time, right? Because not everybody's jumping in, so you're going to get a few people trickling out right now. But I don't think it's enough to get everybody out of the gates, because people are still looking for the full 1 point drop, a 1.25 drop from where we started at to actually move the needle. But it does look like that's coming. Like, I think most people are saying you can expect a quarter point drop at almost every single Bank of Canada meeting for the balance of the year.
Yeah. So what's interesting, I'll tell you one little quick point. So I've been studying Halton because I'm doing the report on Halton. We found bungalows, okay, in Halton. So Milton, Burlington, and Oakville are up like over the last 6 months, like up something anywhere from 7 to 12 or 13% month over month. Some are up like 1.7%, depending on the neighborhood, month over month. So these people are completely rate agnostic. They are like, I gotta make my move. They're in their heads. They're saying, I think the trough is here. So to me, that's a bellwether if I ever heard anything. Those people don't care. The rates, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They're seeing the inventory come in, and now they can pick and choose. They can be more selective. They can negotiate. They can do conditional on sale of their house, all that kind of stuff. They're super excited to be in that market. And they don't care about the rates. They're doing it because their lifestyle is going to change. And I think that's what's going to happen. People get used to these rates being where they are at this point, and they're going to say, I got to move on. I can't fucking live in my parents' basement forever. I always say that, right? You know what I mean? And people are moving on. And the other bellwether, we got another great little bellwether. It's appointments on the Thursday. The last 2 weeks, we saw 500 plus appointments on Thursday. We've only seen that 5 times throughout the last 6 years, and it always led to a market change. So look, when these guys move in, they don't care about the rates, right? They're like, I gotta move, I gotta downsize, I gotta find where I'm gonna go because I'm gonna retire in the next 5 or 10 years. So they're saying this is the trough in the market, this is the lowest prices are gonna be. Let's go in and take advantage of it, and then everybody else will follow suit.
You know, I got to tell you something. That appointment stats, the records that you keep, I know. I'm assuming that a lot of other bigger brokers also do the same thing, or not.
Zero.
Connor.
No, they do not. We're the only one. Yeah.
I can't believe how valuable that information you send out every week. Like, I'm telling you, like all the other brokerages, they don't have that. They don't have that technology. Unbelievable.
No.
Unbelievable. For the consumer, I'm telling you, they should be calling us. Like, I use that information. I read that information that you send out. It is so valuable because it gives you, it tells you. Like, I'll tell my agents, guys, be prepared. This weekend's going to be busy. You got deals coming in. If you got a vacation, forget it. Cancel the flight. Cancel the flight. Yeah, cancel the flight. But you know what? But it is important on that. Like, it's just incredible on like how you gather information. Like, it's just unbelievable. But
it's real time. It's real time, and it's a predictor, right? So that's the key, right? And that's going forward. I think, that's what's going to help consumers and agents navigate through this, especially with AI. When you attach AI to it, it's outrageous.
It's
outrageous.
I'll tell you right now. I guess like the last of the older agents. I mean, they have their kids helping them, but like Conrad, you and I mean, you're way more tech savvy than I am, but I'm just moderate,
Yeah,
average.
yeah.
I'm average. I understand it, but I still need help sometimes. And Brian, he's in the middle of it, right? Like you are at that generation that is in the middle of it.
I'm
But
embracing it. I'm embracing it. So.
but Conrad and I, we're probably the tail
Yeah.
end or the beginning of the technology or the tail end. Like anybody older than us, they're lost.
Done. Yeah.
They're lost. Like agents probably had to retire. They didn't just go out of commission.
Yeah.
Joke there, commission. But, no, but I mean, I remember a lot of the older guys. I mean, there's no way they could this business is a freaking different animal how you operate now compared to when I started. Like it was just like like simple. But anyway, with this guys, what do you think? You think they're going to do another one this year and stop, or you think they're going to go another 2 quarters this year?
Oh,
I think
2 quarters for sure this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everything is, and you're going to have more bad news coming. I heard that you're going to see about 130 power sales come out within the next 30 days in the Hamilton surrounding area. So be aware of that. As we know with the condo market, though, a lot of those are going to be coming on board.
Yeah.
But again, will all this be enough? Will it be gobbled up? I think the supply will still be gobbled up by purchasers. Right, but we're still going to see the bad news, which I think will continue to drive down the rates. You're still going to see unemployment go up. You're probably still going to see inflation go down. So, it's funny for the first time now, and to your point, Conrad, this is just a natural rate environment because for the first time now, I saw a 3-year blowout of rates where it starts to show the increase again. So it's just like any interest rate cycle, before you know it, in 24 to 36 months, guess what we're going to be talking about? Rates going up again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's like, are you going to just sit on the sideline forever and it's going down, it's going up, it's going down? This is just natural peaks and valleys.
The money is a tool to get you where you want to go. It's just a tool. Everybody's got to realize that tool. It's like hydro, it's like gas, all that kind of thing. But you're right, it's so true because I'm doing some commercial mortgages now. The 2-year is good, the 3-year is good, 5-year it's up. It's up higher. Yeah. So capital markets is predicting exactly what Brian is saying, that in 5 years we're going to be talking about going the other way. That's
no kidding.
Yeah, that's what's on the table right now. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So they don't want to get stuck with that.
But I think to your point, that's what it means is that the prices are going to go, interest rates are going to go down, which is going to spur employment. It's going to spur spending. It's going to spur the house prices. Everything that we're talking about, everything that reducing interest rates is intended to do, guess what? It'll do it. Just not sure whether it's going to take
faster.
Probably faster. Yeah, it's going to do it.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So there's an article in the paper that came out. It says, how will sales change over the next 10 years? Here's one there was a broker from up north, I guess, or the east. I'm not sure where he's from anyway. And they're saying the future trends. They say a significant transfer of wealth is expected from baby boomers to their children over the next decade, with estimates a suggestion of 16 trillion in the U.S. and I think it's 2 trillion in Canada, and potentially facilitating younger generations in the entry into the housing market. So that's telling me that that this housing market for the next 10, 20 years, we're going to have booms and boom. Like how I always indicate, house prices double every 10 years. It's going to be every 7 years. Because
right, yeah.
We got a shortage of homes. We got all this wealth being transferred, and all this money's going to be spent on consumer goods, real estate. People that couldn't afford it now they're going to buy houses.
Yeah.
It's just going to drive. Plus all the immigration people that moved in here, they're saving their money right now and they're holding, and everybody's just going to come and attack the real estate market at once. How are they going to stop that?
Well, they can, and that transfer of wealth is already occurring. And Brian, like your brokerage team does reverse mortgages, and I've talked to banks too, and they're seeing that's on the rise. People are already taking their net worth and giving it to their kids. CIBC had that study a couple of weeks ago. It was around 120,000 for first-time buyers.
It was the average gift. And
it was 31%. But the one that got my attention was the average gift for a move-up buyer. So their kids moving up. 10% of the group was that, it was close to 200,000.
Wow.
So this transfer is happening. Look, the other thing is you're getting households, like roommate households are growing by 54%. They amount to like maybe 5% of the population. And also, you also have this multi-generational thing. It's around 7 or 8% of the households are multi-generational and people moving in. And then you got these seniors that 96% say, I want to age in my house. So maybe they take a grandkid in, right? And start to, give them their inheritance early. So there are so many of these other factors that are occurring. So that transfer is there, yes, and they've called this for the last 20 years. But I think it's already trickling into the house market already.
You're absolutely right.
Dumped into the economy, right? The people who saved it. The people that it's going to are not saving it. They are spending it. They are going to be buying all the toys. They're going to be renovating the house because it's free money, right? Typically, I remember seeing
they didn't work for it. Yeah.
People get the inheritance. They've already got it. Like, I hate to say it, but they've already got it spent before the people pass away sometimes. Like, well, Grandpa's 95. I know I'm getting a couple $100K, so you want to put a deposit down on the boat? Like that.
Oh, yeah.
It happens, right?
Yeah.
People think that way.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to have a huge lift on inflation, the economy, and everything, because there'll be so much money flowing out.
Well, you know what? That's what's probably keeping things going right now as we speak, because I know that. Like, I know, especially, I'm not sure other cultures, but I know European people are transferring their money while they're alive and passing it down, even to grandkids and great grandkids and stuff like that. You know what? It's actually in a good way. Is kind of alleviate the like the estate taxes and everything because they give it as a gift. And also it's nice when they're alive that they can do that and see their faces and hopefully they don't blow it on garbage, but yeah, but the boomers, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to give a kid, $100,000. I'll give you $100,000 now, and another $100,000 6 months, and all of a sudden they blow it on drugs. That's the last thing.
They get the inheritance, and then they're still going to have to move back in the basement. Well, that's what's going to happen.
You're right. These guys, they have this house kind of paid for. They got a HELOC, get themselves into trouble, and then God bless them, right?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like the guy that wins the lottery, and about 10 years later, he's got nothing to show for it. But
happens all the time because they get chased by all their friends. All their friends that say, "Hey, buddy, remember I did you that favor? Remember I did you? If I won the lottery, I'd be up there saying." I gave it all away already, so don't bother me. God.
My dad was always saying,
I donated it to anonymously to a donation, and that's it. Don't even bother me. I have nothing. That's it.
You got a budget. My dad would say, if you're broke making $30,000 a year, you'll be broke making 300. So if you don't know how to manage a small amount, how the heck are you going to manage a big amount? So
Oh yeah. So. But I think winning a lottery is I think it could be devastating for someone's life. I think with all these big lottery winnings that they have out there, why don't they just make it $1 million for every person? You get like 100 people, if they're giving 70 million, give it to 70 people. 70 people win $1 million each. For some people, it's a lot of money. Some other people, it takes the edge off, and some other people, it's nice. It's nice you won $1 million. More people have a chance.
That sandwich shop in Hamilton that won the $1 million, like on Barton Street, there was a
oh yeah, didn't they win?
And he still made the sandwiches. Like the guy won the lottery, and he was still giving away the $2 sandwiches. I thought that's the best lottery winner ever. Like you won, and you're like, thank you, and he still kept making the sandwiches. I don't know if there was better or worse after that, but he kept making the sandwiches. So
there was a guy at our high school. Their family owned a variety store in Niagara Falls, and they won 3 lotteries. Now, how the hell can a guy win 3 lotteries? Like it's just. So I'm sure there's 2 or 3 people that missed out on some lotteries there.
Yes, I think Brian's checking his lottery ticket right
now.
No,
I was telling Rob the other day the pool went out and they just got. Of course, he just got here, so I'm like, I didn't want him to leave. I'm like, just wait 1 sec. I gotta.
Yeah, I know those guys, those installation guys. As soon as if somebody doesn't answer, they can't wait. They come in.
One thing, like it's just like, don't interrupt this man. It's like I'm like, damn it. Okay, I gotta.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think ours is coming in today too. too. We blew our pool heater got blown away just because of all the heavy rain just got into that heater for some reason.
Oh, really? Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm not sure why, but it's like, yeah, it's just sitting stagnant, and then if it sits too long, it starts to go green. It turns into like a murky, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
Look
gonna
at
be
it.
like
You
the
gotta
Florida
look at it
Everglades
anyway.
soon.
So Conrad, you're gonna make you're doing an announcement today on where you doing it from? Burlington?
Well, actually, from Aldershot. Aldershot was #1 neighborhood, and I'm going in front of a new home site and talking about how 30-year AMs can really, for first-time buyers, is fantastic and gets people in the market right away. So yeah.
It's the way to go. Go new. Go new. It is.
go
You get
new.
that free amortization. It's awesome. Yeah.
That helps a
Absolutely,
ton.
yeah,
That's
so-
great.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
guys, listen, we're out of time, and thanks for being on. And it's going to be a great weekend, and we'll chat next week. Take care.
Sweet.